Hello, boys. Welcome. We got there in the bloody well end once again. Jesus Christ. Serious technical difficulties today, but we'll work our way through them. Shouldn't be an issue now. I've been trying to get it so my video ain't hella laggy. I've also been editing the setup, the positioning of everything. Got a new microphone mount. Looks like the fucking video is still a little bit choppy, which is really fucking pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. I've done everything to figure out why it's happening. I don't know why. I just can't get my head around it. Sometimes it's fine. Right now it's okay, but yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Sorry. What's up, Jeffrey Joe? How you doing, brother? My favourite Brit. Bloody hell, there's a few of us as well, so that's a pretty tall order to be a favourite British person out of all 66 million of us. That's pretty good. Yeah, it is lagging, mate. It should. Yeah, it's lagging like all hell. It should even itself out though. No, he's good. He's good. Meaning me. He's really good. So we've got a couple universal carriers for bolt action. They're sick. Super quick to paint up. Blasted through those. Goodness Christ, the bitrate is ridiculous. So I'll tell you what's on the menu today in just a second. Just figure out if I can just help this along a little bit. Give that a go. It should level itself out. That's a slideshow. Yeah, but it'll get better, I think. Just trying to I don't know what it's good. It's ever since I've moved into this new house, man. I've got Starlink. The internet's like should be decent, but yeah, it's not playing ball with me today. It's even worse than it was, so I'm not quite sure what I've done. If you couldn't bear with me 2 seconds, guys, while I just leave the room for a sec. Okay, that's much better. I think. Is it fuck? Yeah. Okay. Very weird. Okay, I think we may have stabilized it a little bit. I just went to move the router. That's looking a lot more better. That's a lot more better. That's looking a lot better. Please do let me know if that's kind of evened it out a little bit. My fingers are moving a lot smoother. It is in fact not much better. It looks smooth to me. It looks smooth to me right now as I'm speaking. It isn't. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, so I just moved it. It's like, yeah, it's a weird positioning in the house. I'm gonna have to figure out a more permanent solution other than pulling the router out downstairs and leaving it in the middle of the floor. But yeah, we march on anyway, boys. So yeah, anyway, business as usual. So yeah, today, I don't know, can you guys hear the music in the background? I'm playing a little bit of Breaking Benjamin. Hopefully we don't get fucking rinsed for that. If we do, I'll just turn it back to the normal audio. Hey man, the audio is always good around here, dude. The audio is always good. The microphone's bloody expensive enough. So, but anyway, yeah, Universal Carrier. They're super sick. They're so little as well. Like, look at them compared to the size of the blokes. They're just a tiny little thing. It's weird. It's like a paradox. It's like, if you were a bloke in one of these, would you feel more or less safe? Do you know what I mean? Because, like, you don't really have anywhere to move. No, it's not quite the scale, is it? But you've got this thin piece of metal, right, between you and any rounds coming in. But, like, if you're in one of these, surely the enemy are just going to be shooting bigger and more shit at you. I don't know whether I'd feel more or less safe in this thing. You could feel a bit safer by ducking down. It's like if you're out in an open field and there's like a shed to stand behind that's made of sheet metal, you'll stand behind it. Even though you know that the rounds are going to fly straight through it, you're just going to stand behind the fucker for the feeling of safety. So yeah, that's those two guys. What I've found with bolt action is they are tremendously quicker and easier to paint. Runaway Fire says, historically you do not want to be in any vehicle. Yeah, no, that makes sense. They seem to be absolute death traps, especially in Ukraine at the minute. So these guys are obviously the 8th Army North African guys. So they've got like a little mixture of sandy with a bit of greenery. But I'm making this board, which is like a North African town / village for them to all fight over. At the minute, I've made all the buildings up, and so I'm kind of making them like look like they're kind of around some crushed and ruined buildings. So any land vehicle is just a popular target. Yeah, pretty much. This is a bullet sponge, isn't it? Do you want to be in the bullet sponge or not? I preferably wouldn't want to be in it. And then we've got the big pounders here. Can't remember what this is. Mr. Tweed will remember what it is though. It's a 25 pounder, I think. 25 pounder artillery, obviously. And then we've got this. This is a 6 pounder, I believe, anti-tank gun. Coolest thing about bolt action is because you're painting like stuff that's like inherently like realistic, and the styling of it's inherently realistic, is I haven't really even used washes. Like, you'll notice this is quite like a flat look to it, but like in the bright light of the desert of North Africa, it's like that's exactly how it would be. So it's been extremely quick to get through these two. It's basically just a bit of dirt and some chipping, and I called it a day, really. And then obviously the 2-3 feet rule, it's all passing very nicely. It's all passing very nicely indeed. I mean, the most like detail I put on anything is like kind of some of these guys where you can see with them with a bit more character. Can't quite see that guy. There you go. Yeah, that's about as far as we're going. And I've been able to rattle off quite a lot of stuff in quite a short amount of time. I mean, the last time I streamed, I was collecting Germans, and now I'm collecting British, and I've already got like a nice little contingency of fellas painting up already. But let me just get down my... So I've got this system, right, that I've been using. Was my current project will go onto a tray that just goes up onto a shelf and then down off of the shelf when I'm ready to like start work on it again. So for instance, I'll just pull it down. Everything that I'm currently working on is just on this little tray. It just helps me get stuff out of the way. Alright. So I'm just gonna have to read this. This is a message from YouTube again. I think they're telling me to turn the fucking music off. Let's have a look. Is John YouTube telling me to shut it down, son? I know, it's just telling me about the old okay, that's fine, we'll march on. Okay, so So I'm going to just crack on with a few of these. It's going to be a pretty chilled out one today. Nothing too much going on, to be honest. I'm planned a ridiculous amount for this one. No, it's not. Probably. No, it hasn't warned me of anything. It's like, I've been looking it up. It doesn't really do anything to me if I'm not monetized, which I'm like clearly not. And I just want to listen to the music. So you do get like a warning and it does pop up. So I'm just going to listen to the music I want to until that happens. Be a bit different if it was like a big video that I put a lot of effort into, but since it's just a live, I can just see the warning pop up and then switch the music. So I'm fine with that. The copyright strike only comes directly from the people who license the actual music. And I'd be well pissed because I'm going to see these guys next week. So I'll be like, "Oi boys, what are you doing?" No, Breaking Benjamin is sick. Do you know what Breaking Benjamin just quintessentially sounds like being about 14? Like, there is so yeah, Breaking Benjamin quintessentially sounds like being 14. Pretty much everything back in the day used to have like an edit to Breaking Benjamin songs. So like, I don't know, take your pick, Naruto, Warhammer, intro, cinematics and shit like that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Where's my brown guy? My 10. Okay. Now, do we do an extra? Yeah, we'll do the Vickers team. That is a Vickers, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Gonna get absolutely mogged on history knowledge by Mr. Tweed if it's not a Vickers. Over 45 women through the ashes of another life. Dude, yeah, this fucking music just kicks ass. It's so good. This music punches dick in the face. I can't wait, dude. I don't know if you guys like Breaking Benjamin, but obviously I'm going to see them next week down in Manchester, and I'm so fucking hyped. This one song they've got, "Blow Me Away," is like so iconic. It's probably, it's like back in the day, right? I think, what did it come out with? It came out with a specific, like, I think it was like Halo 3. Halo 3 Breaking Benjamin did like something to do with the soundtrack or the advertising or something. And yeah, ever since then, I fucking loved it, mate. It was like old Big Brother music back in the day, so it was just naturally cool when you're like 12 and hearing it for the first time. So we've got a couple of these fellas to do. Tell you, I'll do those at the end because these are the platoon commanders, which deserve a little bit more attention than the regular line infantry. So what do we got here? We've got, this is the ones that are yeah, okay, so right, let's get a couple more shooty guys. Alright, let's use him. Yeah, that's the movie squad that are moving around. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 6, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got maybe one more. Let's use this guy. Alright, cool. So, what's everybody else cracking on with? Have we got some hobbying to do tonight? Or is it just myself? Right, where's my special little... There you are. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm gonna just... Whoa. Jesus Christ, what's that scale? I'm building a 1/6600 scale Musashi battleship. Jesus. I've never heard of that scale. I mean, I've never built ships or airplanes or that, you know, that kind of ethics kind of stuff. Never done that before. I've never even heard of that. So that's really, obviously it would be a very large number, because they are very big and we can't have them anywhere near that size and on the desk. Hayden Lassiter says, well, I've been told I should highlight the inside of fabric folds, so I'll try to figure that out. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Fabric's one of those things, man. It's hard to do. Like, there's a few ways you can approach it. You can make it really easy for yourself and make it really fucking hard. I think that Fireblade and the Tau capes, to my mind, they're very wavy in the way that they're sculpted. So yeah, oh fucking hell, Creed's on. There's a hunger, longing to escape from the life I live. Beautiful. Boys, I don't even care if today's the end of this channel. I don't care if the copyright team come to my house. We can't turn Creed higher off. Can you take me higher? You know, I had a little phase where I really got into working on my car. Like, I was like hoping shit would go wrong with it so I could go buy a pack of beers and sit outside just like changing my disc brakes, listening to this. It was just like, this is golden. This is it. Yeah, never had this experience growing up. Funny. Never ever had any interest in it before, and then just one day I had to do it, and I was listening to this. I was like, this is my hobby now, and it was for about a week. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? This is bullshit. No, that was a very short-lived time in my life, being a interested in car mechanics. Yeah, that was yeah. It's in the bag though, because I did my little autistic hyperfixation on it and learned a load of stuff about it. So it's in the bag. It's there, ready to go if cars ever do break down again. Quite good, because I've got 2 bloody vehicles that I'm running at the minute. Okay, let's water you down a bit. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. It's thick as Hillary Clinton's fucking thighs, that is. Remember when the world just figured out that Hillary Clinton is in fact actually dummy thick? That was a bit fucking brag. Hillary Clinton, I bet Hillary Clinton was banging back in the day, you know. But other than that, I'll try to highlight a part of my broadside and see how the highlight looks. Hayden Laster, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I think that you definitely made a drastic improvement just by, you know, taking the color of the highlights up a notch. It makes them pop a lot more. Definitely, I mean, from a few feet away, it's almost like exaggerated as well. Definite improvement. Very well done. And so Runaway 5 says, sorry, it was 1600 typo. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bigger number than that, you know. They're fucking huge things, aren't they? Hopefully it'll apply well to larger armor panels. I would imagine it would, mate. Yeah, by all means. I don't envy you, mate. Like, just edge highlighting in general. In general, I was gonna say doing your Tau edge highlighting, but just in general, I don't envy you fucking edge highlighting. I just, yeah, not something I like doing. 4, 6, 8, 10. It's yeah, I try to avoid it every single way that I can, like replace edge highlighting with like sequential increasing dry brush layers. I will do it, but yeah. He says that I don't mind it at all. It's quite relaxing. That's fair enough, mate. I mean, it's all part of the hobby, innit? It's painting this. You're either painting this, painting that, painting this way, painting that way. So, I mean, if it gets you sat down and hobbying and moving towards your goals, it doesn't matter. It's just, yeah, if you enjoy it, then you're flying, aren't you? I'm just a lazy bastard these days, man. I want the maximum return on the minimum effort when it comes to hobby. because I don't have a million years to sacrifice to it these days. I've been having like times where during the day where I've been able to like work on these guys. The reason I've done all of these guys and not streamed it is because they've been getting done like in the middle of the day where nobody's available to watch me do it. So I've had like little spatters between like midday and 3 o'clock and stuff. I need to run to a hobby store and pick up some crude characters to lead my units. Yeah, I mean, you're lucky now because the crew have got a lot more to it than they used to. So last time I said I was watching a stream back to see what the audio quality and video quality was like last time. The video quality should be better this time, but I said to you, are you going to get a squiggeth? But I meant a great Narlock, you know, the big Kroot thing. That's what I meant, not a squiggeth. So that's great. Yeah, so for these, I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit just so we can, there we go. A slight little zoomage. You don't think they're sold anymore? That's crazy. They're legends now. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, what's up, mate? Oh, it's, Ice Up Rems. Used to be, I feel like it used to be Simple Seraph or something like that. Yeah, so Hayden, you should see if you can find some kind of 3D printed equivalent, because that would be fucking excellent. And I know they're in Legends, mate, but like, it depends what you play. If you play like people at a local club and they kind of pick up games and stuff, but if you've got people that you play with, they'll just Simple Seraph. That's it. Yeah, I remember everything, baby. I remember the names, just not necessarily. I'm better remembering people from their fucking usernames on here than I am remembering people's real names that I meet in real life. Bang that on like that. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. So what I'm doing with these, I'm not actually like painting all of them. I'm just like touching them where the light will. So for instance, on this piece of short, I just bead my eye down it and go, okay, I can see that section. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint that bit. Nothing crazy. Move it around. Obviously we can see all the top of that sleeve. So I'm just going to bang a load on the top there and top there as well. Let the wash take care of the recesses on the top. The same thing on the shorts there. Just gonna bang a load on where all that light will be touching. And that's it. That's literally all the yellow, or the yellow, dusty, sandy colour that is the fatigues of these guys. That's all I'm doing. Not making it hard for myself. So I go this colour and then I pick all the green out, which is a pretty quick process. A bit of a frame rate drop there. And then hit it with a watered down Agrax, and then I pick some very rough higher points out with a lighter green and a bone colour, and then put a bit of chipping onto the helmets, and they come out like that, like this, which is enough for bolt action by anyone's measure, really. I don't think if you were to go in and try to edge highlight all of this properly, you know, do it like heavy metal style, it wouldn't look right, I don't think, on the table. You've got to keep them relatively flat, relatively minimal, so they line up with that realistic look. And I love that. Can't be bothered spending days on a squad anymore. Okay, cool. So yeah, you already have a Legends unit in my list. That's great. Yeah, no, yeah. I've got a suggestion. What's this? What's the suggestion? Get out of my face. So you're right, Simple Seraph. I don't know why it reverted my name. Yeah, yeah, it's very Modern Warfare 2 quickscoper now, isn't it? Ice up rims. You must have had an absolute mean no scope back in the day. So last time I was streaming consistently, I like to think I'm back there again now. It's been absolutely ages, and do you know what? It's been a lot longer than I realized it had been. When I was looking before, like my last upload dates, and seeing like 7-8 months ago, obviously I had a little streak where I uploaded a bit more 3 months ago. That's pretty much when I kicked it up. But really, it's been 3 or 4 months since I was consistently uploading again. As I say, I think I'm back there again. But Jesus, that time absolutely flew. I mean, realistically, I don't think I've been putting a great deal out since the Ben was about 3 months old, two months. No, not even that. And yeah, a lot's happened. So back then, I kind of figured out I'm going to start structuring this stream by what you can see at the bottom, where it says what's new, focus and chat, more hobbying, community hot takes. Okay, that's not community today. Free for all stream code. Okay, free for all. So that was going to be the structure of it. To be fair, so if we were to do that, I'll also tell you what's new. What is new? Well, you can pretty obviously tell that I've sunken into the historicals. I might get out my. They're not in this room. I'm going to say I might get out my Napoleonics that I painted up not long ago and show them to you, but I've obviously sunken into the historicals. And do you know what it is? It's funny. As soon as I became a dad, they started interesting me. I had a little test of the game a few months ago to see if I like bolt action. And honestly, the first test of the game, I didn't really enjoy it, which is kind of crazy. And then the other day, I got in contact with this fella from a place called General's Outpost, which is a monthly club up north, which is a big club. I mean, there's 100 members and most turn up each month. So the place is packed out and all the tables are brilliant. And just great club, really. I contacted him and said, is there any Napoleonics players in your club and stuff? He said, no, we mostly play bolt action. And he said, I am biased, but it is a better game. And they just happened to be having their monthly evening that night. So it's like, well, you come along. They do a really great intro package for people. They literally give you a box. It's like 40 quid for the year, though it was partway through the year, so it only cost me 30 quid. They gave me a general. They gave me a t-shirt, a branded t-shirt. That's cool. But they also gave me a box of guys, some templates, a whole box of infantry, which would cost 37 quid just by itself, and all sorts of other little bits and bobs. I can't remember exactly what they gave me. I even got given a bloody model Messerschmitt. So I actually for what I gave them for the membership, being able to go join the events and everything, I actually got given more that value in miniatures to start, which is ridiculous. I don't even know how they're able to do that. But he was like, oh well, the evening tonight when you come along and hop in the beginners game. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Part of me admittedly was like, oh, I'll just go, get the models, join up, and maybe I'll do it, put some more time into it down the line. And my God, was that a good game. We were on the Battle of the Bulge table. I hopped on the German side. We were fighting the US Marines. Not US Marines, they would have been airborne, I think. And it was a great game. A proper back and forth. We arrived a little bit late because we were coming from a little bit further away and just a little bit behind on getting ready. So we arrived about 30 to 40 minutes after that game had started. And it didn't look very good. But I came in on the side, and I was on the side of 2 other players, and I thought, okay, we're on the back foot here, boys. on the back foot, and I took a little bit of a back seat just to kind of like get settled in around. I kind of just listened to what everybody else is telling me to do. Got my eye in for how the rules worked. First, it's like absolute just confusion. I had no idea what anyone was talking about. Like, they were throwing around pins, and this was pinned, and this was like orders, and yeah, I was like, I had no idea what was going on, but I hung in there, got a bit of an idea for how things worked, and then the subsequent third, fourth, and fifth round were some of the best rounds of wargaming that I've ever experienced. It was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, as you probably know, it is based on a alternating activation system with a random chance of the activation being yours or the enemy's, which made it for a very organic, random, chaotic, and also a very tactical and thought-provoking game overall. And we actually ended up turning around what looked like a completely dire situation into a categorical win. We managed to flank round, storm a hill with some veteran submachine gunners, capture the hill. We just pulled off a series of perfectly executed maneuvers and completely turned what looked like an assured Allied victory into an almost total annihilation, which is just something that, quite frankly, you would never ever see in a game of Warhammer 40k. You wouldn't even likely see it in a game of one-page rules, which I've been riding the dick of for the last 6 months. So it's absolutely fantastic. Honestly, it's probably the best system that I've played. I'm racking my brains. There's nothing that really comes close to it. I mean, I do quite like Middle-earth strategy battle game, but I've only played a very limited number of games of that. I think overall it's just fantastic. Probably the strongest rule set that I've come across so far. One thing I would like is, and I don't know if there is, maybe Mr. Tweed could tell me if he's come across something, but I'd like to see if there's a way that you can play larger battles. I mean, it's a bit more skirmish focused. I would personally like to play big battles, lots of infantry, waves of infantry coming in, and, you know, just to represent that big, commanding a big, large World War II battle. That's what I'm after, really. I don't want. I mean, the average points is about 1-250, which is like 30 guys and a couple tanks, and I don't know. That's just not big enough for me, man. That's not big enough for me. I want a bit more. I want tanks rolling in from this flank, infantry supported by some light vehicles from this flank, whole artillery section, fucking reinforcements swarming the board. It doesn't particularly lend itself to that, which is fine. So, okay, I'm a little bit behind on replying to that, but Simple Sarah says, I did make this account back in the Call of Duty WoW days. Yeah. Young and stupid making the name. Yeah, well, dude, I got the youngest and stupidest old gamer tag, which was Mr. Jugs. As in boobies. Yeah. I got coerced by these random, like, older kids that I met in a lobby, and I think they completely had me on. They said, oh, I was like, they were talking about a clan, and I popped my mic on and said, oh, you guys join a clan? I want to be in a clan. And they fucking went, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, all you gotta do is change your name to Mr. Jugs with the Jugs clan. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet. And I fucking changed, I went to the shop, paid my little 12 quid or whatever it was, got my tokens, or coins or whatever the fuck it was back then. Just paid it, changed my name. These motherfuckers never changed their names. They didn't even have their names changed yet. They kept going, oh yeah, we'll change them soon. These guys just took the fucking piss out of like 12-year-old me, just made me change my name to Mr. Jugs. They probably pissed themselves laughing every single time I logged on and it said Mr. Jugs is online. So funny. Fucking bastards though, eh? I wouldn't do that to a kid even back then. I think people were just a bit more brutal back then. That old internet culture, like, people would just go, People would just absolutely fucking dog on each other. It was fucking cutthroat back in the day. I genuinely believe most like racism that people have actually felt in the last like 25 years has just been in Modern Warfare lobbies. Because goddamn, back in the day. I mean, I always used to think like these kids' parents are just not there, because there's no way I would have been able to scream the N-word at the top of my lungs at the screen and not be absolutely whooped within seconds. I don't know how they all got away with it. It's the Wild West. I try to tell my little brother about it. It's like, dude, like, you've got absolutely no idea what the internet used to be. And do you know what people used to say? People used to say the most heinous thing, or like just like treat someone in the most heinous way, and then someone would complain about it, and people would say this. They'd say, dude, it's the internet, what did you expect? Like, nowadays it's like, heaven forbid you say it's even like the word butt or ass on you're getting like banned on Xbox Live, Xbox Network for like a month. It's just crazy, dude. It's like, I think we've gone too far the other way. I understand a little bit of like, okay, let's kind of safeguard these like kids a little bit, but then to just making everybody into just absolute wet pussies. Yeah, there's definitely a middle ground that we've just flown straight past. And this music, dude, is just taking me right back. This music has just put me right back there, dude. We used to be a proper, I want to say country, most of you guys aren't even from Britain. We used to be a proper world. You know what I'm saying? We used to be a proper West. I don't know. You guys might be American. Do you know what I want to do? Do you know, when I think of, oh, I'd love to go to America. If any of you guys are American, I know some of you are Dutch, some of you are this, some of you are that. But the main thing I want to do is just go to America, just to, like, walk around like a mall or go to the shops and just like those like mundane places, and just like go around and have a look at like the stuff that you guys have on the shelves. I'd love to do a little fast food tour, go to White Castle, stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't know, that'd be so mundane and boring to an average American as well. I'd love to go and experience, and I'd be listening to this kind of music all the time. The America that's in like those 2000s movies is the America that I want to go visit. I'm very well aware that it doesn't exist anymore, and that just saddens me. Obviously, myself being 28, this music, I was just about too young to hear it. Trust me, man, when I went to England, I did the same thing. Yeah, no, it's the opposite thing. I mean, we have Chinese people, like, just walking around the street, like, in the big little groups, like, looking at buildings that, like, I walk past every day and don't even look at, and going, oh my god, it's so old. It's so amazing and beautiful. And I'm there just like, I don't know, mate, that's just the post office. I call it the Roman wall effect, right? So that's not an official term, it's just something I've coined. And let me just explain to you what I mean, what the Roman wall effect is. The Roman wall, so we have this wall very close to my house. It's called Hadrian's Wall, and it was built by Emperor Hadrian in the 5th century. It was very close. Oh no, so it was a bit earlier than that. But it was towards the end of the Roman Empire as we think of it. You know, proper emperors and legions and stuff like that. Legionnaires, and you know, they're the classic Roman Empire that you think about. And he built this wall that goes from one coast of our country all the way to the other, and it basically sealed off Scotland from England. And it was to keep the Scots out, right? Fantastic, unbelievable piece of engineering. What would you call it? Engineering, architecture, yeah, for the time, unbelievable undertaking. And it was kind of like our Great Wall of China. But today, it's kind of just like, there's only a few sections of it that are even intact, and it's just like the first few courses is up to like hip height, and that's it really. There's a couple bits that are up to head height, but that's literally it. And so it's just basically this wall that runs along a road, and we drive past it every day, and it's not even a thing. It's not like we go, oh, let's go up and see the wall again, you know. But people come from all over the world. They fly from the other side of the world to have a whole holiday where they just walk along this wall. And to us, it's just the wall we drive past every day. And when I mean it's close to my house, I can see it right now. I just look out my window, it's there. And it's right there, and we never go see it. I mean, sometimes we happen to be walking near it. And that's what I call the Roman wall effect. When something is so close to you and so mundane, you just don't typically think about it, but that thing could be something. This guy in Jerusalem. No, bro, I'm in Northumberland, brother. I'm talking about the Hadrian's Wall in Northumberland and North England. This guy in Jerusalem. No, he's not in Jerusalem. Not in Jerusalem. Though apparently I visited Bethlehem while my mother was pregnant with me. No connection to there or anything, but that's a fun little tidbit of information. My bad, you good, dude? You good? How you doing, bro? I'm not seeing you around here before. I've not seen you in these parts. Pull up a chair, my good sir. Pull up a chair where we do all sorts of stuff. I mean, predominantly and usually, like historically, I do a lot of like just Warhammer, but today we're doing some bolt action, guys. We just talk shit. I'm an absolute waffle house. I just waffle. And we just sit and do our little bits while we have a little chat and talk about what's good, put the world to rights a little bit, or at least try to, and get on with some hobby stuff. But it's a pretty tight knit little group of lads, actually. I mean, we've got guys in here who are in here for every stream, and that's amazing. So yeah, no, do drop a like and a subscribe, please, mate. It does honestly help, and if anyone else has got their hands free, please do pop a like onto the video. It does help bring a lot more people in. We're trying to go for 500 subs before the summer is over. It's more than achievable, I think, but obviously we need everybody to do their bit and just click on the old subscribe button. Anyway, if I'm not gonna say that. Are you a hobbyist yourself, sir? Shit, you have more to go now. So Hayden, you're from Texas, aren't you? That is very different. Very different than the old United Kingdom. Very different indeed. So I've said this before, but I've been looking at going there. Yeah, I did think so. So I've been looking at going there, or ending a road trip there. I can't quite remember why I decided. I think it was just like a good ending location. You could hit a lot of states and end up there. So, one thing I was trying to research. I want to go through states where, and I don't smoke weed anymore. In my teenage years, we used to go through a hell of a lot. Not really something that's in my wheelhouse anymore. But I want to hit up some states that are legal, just so I can hit some of those dispensaries and see what that's like. But I've got to try shooting some fucking guns while I'm over there, dude. Not that I've never shot guns. I used to be in the army cadets and I shot all sorts of weapons in the army cadets, like military weapons and stuff. But I think it's like when in Texas, dude, you gotta bust some shots. You've gotta bust off. You gotta bust a few fucking rounds. And wear a cowboy hat. Gotta get a cowboy hat. Wear a cowboy hat. So I was thinking about going from. I was either gonna go from Washington up on the west coast, and then come like skid down, and then go. Oh yeah, that was it, bro. That was it. Texas barbecue, dude. You got it. That was exactly what it is. So I'm marginally obsessed with Texas barbecue. There's a few places over here that do it really well, and I know that do it quite faithfully. So there's a place probably about a couple hours drive from me, and they do fantastic Texas barbecue. The lady who runs it is actually from Texas, and it is like peak 10/10. You have to book a fair bit in advance to get in. It is fantastic, dude. Look, this is the thing, right? Let's talk cuisine for a minute. Like, British food, right, gets ragged on so much, and this is the thing. It's so weird. I think the world sees us, right? The world sees us as these colonizers that did everybody wrong. That's like the going thing about the British on the internet, wherever you go, right? And it's like everybody loves having someone that they can rag on or blame their pitfalls and issues on. We all love it as human beings. We love an excuse to excuse away our things that are shit. Right? Like, these things are shit about my life, but it's because of this guy, or it's because of this reason, it's because of I'm living here, it's because of those fucking people, whatever it is, right? And the British, we get it on the fucking head all the time. And one of the things that is perpetrated, that is fucking endlessly perpetrated onto us online, is we have terrible food. It's fucking bullshit, dude. I have been to most of the countries in Europe, right? Our food is just as good, right? It's just different. The thing is, we have a lot of dishes which we understand they're supposed to be easy, simple, plain, right? But here's the thing. Our quality of ingredients is some of the highest in the world. We're like, it's us and Japan have the highest ingredient quality laws in the world, right? So every single one of our ingredients is a much higher quality. So we don't need to bang 3 trillion fucking pieces of fucking seasoning on it for it to become an edible thing. And we're talking like slow cooked beef steak pies, dude. We're talking like Yorkshire puddings, roasts. Yeah, it's very good, okay? Beans on toast is amazing, right? And this is the thing. Beans on toast is like, all right, this is going to absolutely change your life. It's like amazing, the flavors off the charts. That's not what it's about. It's about whacking some toast in the thing, whacking some beans on, and scranning it. And in about 5 minutes, you've got a satiating warm meal, right? It serves a purpose. It's not supposed to be like the be-all, end-all of our cuisine. It's that you'd never get it. You can't even get it from restaurants. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing like that. It's not what it's supposed to be, right? And so where I'm leading with this is like, people rag on British cuisine. It's bollocks. It's great. It is just good, right? So one of the main things they say is it's plain and boring and nasty or whatever. Has nobody seen Eastern European food? How are we getting it in the neck when literally you can go to Poland and they've got just steamed cabbage, pickled cabbage and sausage, which literally is like white, like some of the most disgusting shit in the world. National dish is chicken tikka masala plain dish. You know, it's funny because that actually was made in this country, which is really funny, and it is great. But no, like Sunday roast, man, you really can't beat that. If it's just you can't beat a good Sunday roast with like a pink sirloin beef. Just get out, so good. No, but you've got like all these Eastern Bloc countries that have the most plain, boring, horrible food you've ever seen in your life, and then people are ragging on us for eating beans on toast. It's like, dude, beans on toast is not meant to be our cuisine. It's just a snack. And also this whole thing about us eating jellied eels and shit, that's just one particular part of London. 95% of people born in this country have never even seen it in real life. But anyway, bit of a rant over. But basically, I was... Beer a good plate of Mexican would shock your taste. No, dude, see, we've got Mexican food over here, dude. We've got Mexican food over here. It's damn good, dude. I like making enchiladas. That's one of my favorite things to make. I make a damn good enchilada. We've got a pretty good Mexican place in the local town. It's pretty good. I wish you used a bit more salt though. So look, dude, I'm not one of these British people who's afraid of spice and seasoning, dude. Like I'm pretty good at handling my spice, particularly on chicken wings. But dude, I'm accused often of over seasoning shit. But what I was coming to, what all this whole fucking rant has been about, is coming back around to American food, where you guys get a bit of a stick for American food. It's like, oh, all they eat is fucking burgers and fucking big, gigantic, fizzy drinks and stuff like that. It's like all they eat is fucking like burgers, and they have like awful quality food. It's like, bro, I might be willing to tell you that Texas barbecue is the best food in the world. Texas barbecue is the best food that has ever been anywhere, dude. Texas barbecue is elite, internationally elite. I don't think you can get better than it. It is just ridiculous. So yeah, all of that just to say, Texas barbecue is probably the best food in the world, to be honest. Anyway, what was I fucking doing? that was a bit of a fucking tangent. But yeah, we do get some stick. Do you know, I wish there was a little bit more of. I wish there was a little bit more of British people and American people like kind of fucking sticking up for each other online. I don't get the rivalry. We're like the same people living in just different areas with slightly different cultures. Like fucking cousins. You guys are like our like hillbilly cousin that's just a bit fucking nuts and has been to prison a couple times, but it's like dependable when we need him. You know what I mean? And we're like the older brother that like went to university and is kind of a bit stuck in his ways and a bit pompous, but really good at heart when you need him as well. You know, that's kind of how I think about it. So let's go. Maybe let's add it on the streets first. So since Texas on that border, we can get Mexican food about as authentic as it gets. Yeah, I bet. I don't see that. It really wasn't that different in London from somewhere like Chicago. Yeah. Maybe less addicts on the street, but that's about the only difference. Yeah, pretty much, mate. Well, London, to be honest, mate, if you visited London, you didn't really visit England. Did you go anywhere else in the country? London's weird, man. Like, we've got a kind of saying over here where, like, London's like almost part of the continent. So we have this saying where we say, Britain is a poor, mostly rural country attached to a very rich city. So that's kind of what the crack is. Our GDP and our like overall national wealth is a massive part to do with basically London and its international markets. The rest of the country actually is pretty relatively poor. A lot of it is propped up by London, really. It's always been like that. The massive disparity between the south and the north. But what you get is, if you do go north in England, you get the real experience of what Englishness and Britishness is actually like. Britain isn't in the cities anymore, mate. For numerous reasons I'm not going to fucking get into, but the fucking cities aren't fucking British anymore. You don't get that same character. Obviously, in a few places you will. You know, in a few places you'll get a little taste of it in the older buildings and the older parts and things like that. But most of those places are touristed up and just, yeah, the authenticity isn't there. You have to go to the rural countryside, the small towns, places like the Cotswolds, Northumberland, the Dales. That's the real Britain. That's the real England, and that's the only place you'll meet fucking real people who don't look like they want to fucking stab you if you get too fucking near them. So that's honestly how Texas is. If you go to Austin, you aren't getting the Texas experience. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, another one of the reasons I wanted to go to Texas at the end was to go to Austin, because I know that you've got a quite good comedy scene there, I think. I've never really been to a comedy show, but I thought, I hear so much about it online that it'd be nice to go see it. I used to really like oh, so I thought Rams, I live close to the Cotswolds. Amazing place to go to. I thought Rams, didn't you just say that you fucking... Hold on. Beans on toast is amazing. Alright, okay, go on. So I thought you were saying that as an American, but you were just saying that as a British person. Beans and toast is fucking amazing. It is good, dude. It's fucking good. Damn straight it is. But yeah, you live close to the Cotswolds. Amazing place to go. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've never been, but I've been to places nearby. Like I go to the Tewkesbury Medieval Festival. Beautiful part of the country. Lots of medieval history. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I live very, very rurally. I'm not a city person at all. I've been to London, been to, well, Manchester, been to Birmingham. Most of my family's from like Manchester and Birmingham. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. It'd be interesting to see some big cities in America. I think I want to stick to the east. I heard that pot noodles with bread. Oh, all that work that I just did to stick up for our cuisine, and you just said pot noodles with bread. No, fair enough, mate. It serves a purpose. Don't say that in front of the Americans. Pot noodles. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pot noodles with bread, but stoke up the sauce afterwards. Yeah, why not? Pot noodles are okay. They serve a purpose. I'm sorry, is that just bread and bread? Come on, it's great. Oh, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, it serves a purpose. I wouldn't be putting it on a menu though. But yeah, like I say, it serves a little purpose, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry, is that just bread and bread? That's hilarious. No, pot noodle, mate, is like an instant noodle. You just it's like a pot. You peel the lid off, pour the water in, and you let it sit for 2 minutes, then you eat it. Remember, I'm big stupid burger eater. What is pot noodles and bread? Well, I just explained. So yeah, it's what you live off if you're like a super poor person. No offense. No offense, Simple's alright, pretty much. Yeah, it's a staple meal all around the bloody world, to be honest, is instant noodles. I think the main thing about them is that it's just in one container, but yeah. I mean, I used to like super noodles when I was a little kid, and that's like the worst of the worst. A good little scat about fucking. Let me see. Why am I lagging so much on the video right now, guys? Oh, we're shutting down. Okay, I was gonna have to charge up the old camera. It's fine. Oh, what's about crisp sandwich? Dude, crisp sandwich is the boys. Pot noodle and bread deserves a Michelin star. But yeah, crisp sandwich is great, dude. That's such a good combo. Yeah, especially like salt and vinegar. Dude, I just love that in a sandwich. It's just proper. There's so much of our cuisine is like that is built off the back of like the make-do culture of like the World War II and post World War II rationing. So we had this thing over here. You guys wouldn't. I think actually in America you guys did have a little bit of rationing in the 1940s, but it was nowhere near to the extent of our island nation. So what's quite a paradox is our island has been relatively incapable for numerous reasons to feed itself entirely. So we've relied on imports for certain things because we haven't, the infrastructure or just simply haven't been growing it all ourselves, because obviously you've got to choose between a couple of things. You can either choose to grow, have an area of land that you grow a crop to feed the nation, or an area of land that you grow a crop to export to make money for the nation. So we kind of had an insufficient capacity to be able to feed ourselves entirely. So we had to import a lot of food. So we quite greatly relied on the Americans and helping to come over and bring over food. So we had to put in place this ration system where we had these little booklets that we'd go fill out, and we could only have like 3 eggs a week, a few rashers of bacon, and it was unbelievably small amount of food that people could have, and it was all very, very plain stuff that you could get that was grown in this country. And obviously in the 1940s we were pretty low on different bits and bobs that today would be, you know, staples, more international foods. And we came up with all sorts of ingenious ways to prepare food that was tasty with just what we had. And a lot of the things that we still eat to this day are things that were part of those meals. Obviously these things are like comfort foods that have been passed down from grandmas and grannies and people who grew up with those people who are now older, who are now people's grandmas and mums and stuff like that. And yeah, that's why we have these kind of things that seem really weird and plain to be eaten in a modern age, but they're just been little comfort foods that we've grown up with, that our grandparents made for our parents and parents made for us. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm just bringing the camera back on, so just bear with me. It is coming back on. It just it died. I need to buy a secondary charger. Oh yeah. Well, I just heard the news today. Yeah, that's such a good a saying, and in a lot of instances it can actually be kind of true. That is where it comes from, really. I don't think it's necessarily true that we are but no, yes, that is a good saying, and it holds some weight, to be honest. No, but really, we've been talking about bloody food for so long, and I still haven't had my dinner. The main thing you need to know about British food, man, is that the quality standards are so high over here that we don't need all that crazy extra seasoning and additives. That's why things like the Sunday roast are just so damn good. Like another thing, it makes it really quite difficult for farmers and produce creators in this country, because the laws and standards are so stringent that, yeah, it's very hard sometimes for a crop grower to grow a crop that's actually legally able to be sold for public consumption. So it can actually be a little bit challenging for farmers over here. Got to be the perfect moisture content on them and stuff like that, on grains and things like that. Meat's quite expensive over here. Beef's very expensive, very expensive. I imagine it should be a lot more a lot cheaper over there with all your cattle ranches and stuff like that, you'd hope. Bloody hell, cats, how do you get up here? Come in. Get in here. Come on. Right, hop down. Come on. Okay. Oh. Aiden says, when you have a moment, could you look in hobby picks? Yeah. I got a moment, big boy. Big boy. I got the moment for you, big boy. Okay, let's have a little looky. With arms wide open. Okay, working on plasma glow effect, the weaponry. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I see that little section there. Right, okay. Oh right, okay. Right, you want to get some white in there, mate. So what I like to do is, you've started off well. What I like to do, get some white paint and thin the shit out of it. Like, thin the fucking shit out of it. Thin the living hell out of it so it's almost like water. I'm flattered, but I fear you may be too off for me. What did I say? What did I say? I can't remember what I said. But I fear you may be too old for me. How old are you, dude? I'm not that old. Unless you're like 15 or something, then yeah, probably. I can't remember what I said for the context of that. Not on minor, but still. Stop being so ageist, brother. We could have made a beautiful couple. Alright. So yeah, sorry, as I was saying, get some white paint. Thin it to high hell until it's almost like just like white water. And just dop it into those gaps. And then rework the blue on the outside. It will give this glow effect without it just being a splock of white paint in there. Have a look at. I mean, if you look at like plasma tutorials, you need that white in there. The white has got to be like the central like power source color, if you know what I mean. I did a whole load of fucking around with plasmas back in the day until I eventually figured out a way of making it look proper. And the trick is to start with white. White's got to be in there as the base color. Let me show you some of the way that I've done some of my OSL, which is object source lighting, which is pretty much the same concept. This is like fire though, but it's the same thing. Check this guy out. Yeah, I guess it's like not mine. Cool. Check this out, just real quick. I mean, look, I'm not the best in the world, right? But for red, you start with yellow. For blue, you start with white. So, and I even started with white with that, and I fucked around a whole lot until I got it right. But for here, for instance, right, you start with white. That's the source of the light is in there. So you start with white, and then you just progressively lower the shade and the tone and build back tones. So like this surface here gets hit with the glowing red, and then you fade it off, and then you back it with a bit of black in these areas where it's right next to the light, but the light isn't directly touching it, and that just borders everything very nicely. Let me see if I can just zoom in. There you go. And that's where I do that. Same thing over here. And of course on the big gun itself. There, and on the eye as well. There are so many. I've got another one of these to build, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. I've got to do it the same as this one. That was when I had the idea to do a Dark Mechanic and Force with, because I have loads of mech left over from my army. I don't think I'll ever do it. I'll ever complete it. It's a slog. Just generally a bit turned off by the setting now in general. I just think it's just going down in so many ways that yeah, I've just kind of turned off to 40k as a whole now. I mean, I'd love to say I'm going to get back into it, but I don't know when I am. I will. Like it's been part of my life in a really big way for so long that it'll never fully leave, no matter what. They've got their claws on me because it's tied into the nostalgia of my life so much, you know. But for the moment, I'm enjoying other stuff. Okay, so next part. I'm really enjoying listening to this music. I've had no issues so far. No issues at all. If I haven't had them yet, I won't have them, which is quite nice. So we've managed to do it. We've managed to do it, boys. So who have we actually got in? We've got Hayden. We've got Ice Up Rems, Simple Seraph. That is. We've also got, I think we've got Mr. Tweed in here somewhere, just hanging out, ghosting in the background, having a pokey bum wank. Runaway 5. I think we've got you in here, perhaps. Oh, we've got Jeffrey Joe. I'll give him a little. I'll pin that one. It's been a while. When I first wasn't addicted. Up high. It's been a while. What a fucking banger of a tune this is, guys. I'm just going to check the stream, see how it's going from. Okay, I'm gonna guess let some white water dry on. Yeah, it is just white water, really. It's the way to start it, though. Okay. So let's have a look. Anyone else put anything in the Discord? Been a while. First tutorials. Oh, in the meantime, I'm going to go scrounging for some other blues in my brother's collection. Yeah, I think you're either the big brother who's got all the paints or the little brother who's scrounging them. I'm the biggest, eldest child in my house, and well, my siblings don't live with me anymore because I have my own house and children. Well, one child. But my pal is always getting his paints scrounged off him. I'm just going to pop the... I just need to send a little message out. I'm just going to pop the camera off for a sec. Just because I need to use my phone. Bear with me, guys. I won't be long.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. And this time I'm mistaken for letting you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, "Oh, we haven't fun yet." Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, no, no. It's not like you didn't know that. I said I love you and I swear I still do. And it must have been so bad, 'cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. And this time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my
Right, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Oh, just had to make a quick little phone call. So I'm done with that color. Why do I keep adding water to that color? I'm done with it. Okay, next bit. Let's start popping on some green on these motherfuckers. So yeah, we've talked about a few things tonight. Most of it's been about food and why British food is actually sick, and why beans on toast is legit, why Texas barbecue is banging, and why the world's giving Britain a bit too much stick, a bit more stick than old Blighty deserves, to be quite frank. And quite frankly, I'm fucking sick of it. We're a great fucking country. Everybody in the World Cup wants us to fucking lose as well, where it goes like, what have we actually fucking done to you motherfuckers? Sorry for coming to your countries and building you roads. Sorry about it. Speaking of old Blighty, let's get the old straps down. Oh yeah. When I've been wrong, I've been down and to the bottom of every bottle. Yeah, I mean, I think America gets a lot of stick for some of the same reasons. I think a lot of countries are very jealous of Britain and America, and that's not me being biased and being like, oh yeah, we're the best, haha. But like, historically, we run shit. We just have. Obviously, British Empire, American Empire. Today, I mean, people don't think of America as an empire, but it is really. Obviously, it's democracy, but it functions in very much the same way as the empire did back in the day. You know. It's more just financial in terms of its power projection. Obviously, biggest military in the world, it's kind of like an on-the-nose factor, but if you can very much get away with calling America some form of empire, really. And look, man, a lot of people and a lot of British people have a lot of stick for America. Personally, I really like America. It's somewhere I would like to live there, to be honest. Obviously, yeah, there's a lot of bad press. It's like, oh, you know, bloody school shootings, gun control, all that kind of stuff. But I think overall, oh yeah, and healthcare. But other than that, pretty fucking sick place. It's definitely not on the bottom of the list of places I'd want to live. That's for damn sure. Well... But, I'm just gonna give Mr. Tweed a message and see if he's free for a hop on to chat some bullshit. That's great. How do you? But honestly, I'm such an old fucker. I'm so shit at using Discord. I feel. Yo, dude. I'm such an old fucker. You know what it is? Like, there's certain things that I never got on board with as they were being rolled out. Such things being Instagram, Discord, things like that. I never got on board with them as they were coming out, and I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't hate you. What's wrong with my fucking internet connection? Mr. Tweed's at one of his innumerable D&D sessions. Fuck's sake, let me keep the... I keep putting it there, so why don't I just move the damn camera? Okay, why don't we do that? That's better. Oh my god, this tune. Oh my god. This takes me back. God, this is pure nostalgia tonight, boys. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. For you lot. Oh, but I haven't missed you yet. Every moment kept on by every. This just sounds like being 14. So good. Don't miss you yet. Only when I start to think about. Cool. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to open up. How about some 3 Days Grace? This is 3 Days Grace, bro. 3 Days Grace is the fucking shit, dude. It's so good. 3 Days Grace. They were another Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, Linkin Park. What an era, dude. And I'm going to see Breaking Benjamin next week, dude. I'm just so great. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna pop myself into the Discord channel. So if anybody wants to hop on and speak and have a little bit of a chat, please do. I'm gonna go into voice channel community hangout. So I'm in there. You will be part of the stream. Turn that audio down now. So you'll be part of the stream if you want to hop in and talk. Totally up to you. But I'm in there now, so you should find me in the Discord in the Community Hangout voice channel. So feel free to hop in if you fancy a little chin wag. That's what I'd like to do. As obviously we've got our guys in here that are like here every time. I mean, we've got super low numbers for these streams most of the time. We've usually got below 10 people in at once. They seem to pick up as the evening goes on. When it gets to the American evening, like 6-7 o'clock in America, we start getting like crazy views. But obviously that's super late at night over here. Doesn't really work with the family lifestyle. But obviously the low numbers, but we're getting people who are real recurrent joiners. So I'm happy for these kind of people. I say these kind of people as if I'm not fucking talking to them. To join in on physically talking on stream. I mean, that's kind of something that I was really keen on when I first started it. I was like, I'd really like to make a stream which is like a whole of the parts of its community. So we have like recurrent people hopping on and having a bit of a chinwag. It makes it adds a bit more life to the stream. There's only so much I can figure to say. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much I can kind of think to talk about without too many prompts. Obviously, you guys help me a lot by sending messages in on the stream in real time. But sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a back and forth. And that back and forth can be led and affected by people who don't want to join in, just want to pop the odd comment in. Once I do this green, I might pop onto the Warhammer community page and see if there's anything new that we can have a little look at. I feel like since 11th edition's come out, it's just been fucking more or less radio silence. I feel like it's come out with a little fizzle rather than a bang. It's just been really anticlimactic, really. It's so much like Games Workshop don't really market. Like, they've never been a company that markets, you know. You don't. I mean, you have a couple times in history, but you don't see them on TV. You don't really come across ads that they do. It's all just from their community page, from their Facebook profiles, and all the content creators who basically act as the marketing wing for them. My door's mysteriously opened. There's a baby! That little stinky boy. Oh, bring that here. Ooh. Oh, cheeky little boobs. You're so cute. No, don't. Not the super glue. Sorry, my little son's just come into the room. Just my little son. Yeah, he came into the window, yeah. Right, yeah, we should close the door. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we've got anything else. Just me. Okay, we just got one view in it. Okay. Okay, guys. Who we got left in here? We've only got one viewer now. Who is it? Sup, dog. Stay to the last. What G? A legend in the game. You know, I do pay a fair bit of attention to the end, baby. I do pay a fair bit of attention to trying to make the... I know that we're having like some technical difficulties with the frames, but I do pay quite a fair bit of attention to trying to make the streams look good. Like a lot of people who do painting streams, I've noticed when I've come across them, they just kind of film themselves hunching over a desk. You can't see what they're working on. You can't see like anything really. You can't even see the miniature. You just see them kind of like punching or leaning away off camera, doing a bit of this, bit of that, or they set the camera up somewhere else and you can't really see anything that's going on. I don't see a lot of like top down good quality camera, good lighting, good quality audio setups. I don't really know of anyone else who kind of does it quite in this fashion. So it's something I'm always trying to make a little bit better. Obviously, I've just bought a new mic stand. So what I really need to do, your setup is fine, doesn't it? If you fancy, yeah, it's decent enough. We're just really struggling with the frame rate at the minute. I've got to figure that out. I've got to figure it out. Yeah, well, I think it's a much better setup than I see from anyone else who does this kind of content. I mean, it's kind of weird kind of content. It's like a niche in a niche in a niche, isn't it, really? So. Yeah. It's funny because these lives, we get a very small number of views. I mean, we'll get like, the average is between about 70 and 100 views a stream. Sometimes it can be dramatically less. But some of my shorts and longer form videos have got like 40 odd, 65,000 views, which isn't, you know, great for a lot of channels, but for my channel it's quite a great deal. Actually, on Facebook, on my Facebook profile, when I upload stuff to there, I have got some ridiculous amount of views on that. I think I've got one that's sitting at about 200,000 views on there. Yeah, it's a niche inside of a niche doing this stuff. I'm always wondering, like, what can I do? What can I do to make it better quality? Make the presentation and it feel more like a show. I like the idea of like recurring sections in the videos where it's like you can like you're waiting for a certain segment to pop up again. We kind of need to just get. I mean, we had some really good momentum off the back of when I was last uploading quite frequently. We're having some real good numbers of people joining the Discord and subscribing and stuff, but I think we just need to build back to that position where the momentum's coming forward and people are subbing and stuff like that, and the community's growing. I think that's kind of the key, but I do want to inbuild a bit more structural and presentation quality. Perhaps the setup itself is fine as it is. First thing we need to do is to figure out where these frame rates and why these frame rates are dropping. Okay, we have to switch this. Alright. I just had to take the music off and put the standard old classic Relics of War tunes on. To be fair, for royalty free, it's always been quite a good little playlist of tunes. They fit the vibe. They fit the vibe of the stream quite nicely. Possibly the frequency of the stream can help with the number of regulars, but depends on live schedule. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the first thing really. I think we're back there. I think weekly is definitely attainable. Maybe even multiple times a week, like 2 times a week, is fine. It's fine for me now. It's just been that transitionary period in life where it's just not really been possible to do. Also, I'm just back in hobby mode again as well, really. So it's easy. It's easy. I'm doing this anyway on an evening. Some nights, obviously, it's quite a paradox because sometimes I want to do this on a night, but sometimes I gotta obviously spend it with the family that I have. I have one of those. Fucking mental. I think they're missing me because they just came in and visited me a few minutes ago back there. I think after this green's done on these guys, I think I'm probably going to wrap it up today. I'll probably call it a day on that one. But if there's anything that you could think of, that you think, oh, that'd be real cool if you did this, or included this, I'd love to know. I mean, one thing I'd like to do is maybe the odd gaming session. I do like a game, but I don't really have the PC for it, to be honest. I could probably figure it out to play a game off the Xbox, to be fair. But that's quite a tired kind of content, you know, gameplay. It's funny because like painting shit like at this speed, like it not being a tutorial or sped up or a time lapse or anything, it's inherently not that fucking interesting to watch. Like it's funny because like it's like I'm making a form of entertainment that I wouldn't watch. So it's hard to know what's desired by the people who do like this kind of thing, right? I mean, when I see a paint stream, I do drop in and say what's up and that kind of stuff, but I don't sit and stay for the whole thing. I've never been a stream. Well, to be honest, dude, I've never been a stream guy. I don't watch streams, so I'm not really 100% down with the crack. Just 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, I love the painting for my. I always leave my stream on the second monitor. The new Dawn of War 4 game looks great. Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks too good to be true. It looks like inherently they're gonna have to make some sacrifices, you know, to be able to have that form of warfare in a total war format. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be either really dumbed down, hotkeyed to hell, or just not work. But we gotta wait and see. Nothing will be better than Dawn of War 1. Hell no, it won't at all, dude. I have tried to stream myself playing Dark Crusade on here, and yeah, it was shit. Nobody fucking joined in. Nobody watched at all. Not that kind of channel, I guess, but I thought it would be on brand, you know, to play Dawn of War. God, I love a bit of Dawn of War. I know just everything. I've still got the Linkin Park on in my fucking headphones. Just had to take it off. I got a little warning there. That's what happens. You go for a little while and you get a little bit of a warning. They say, oh, yeah, you know, you've got copyright content. All you do is switch it off and that's it. The copyright strike that you hear people talk about on YouTube, it kind of actually has to be enacted as a legal thing by the actual licensing. So for instance, like if I play a film by Universal Studios has to actually send for a copyright strike, which happens, and you get up to 3 of those in a 90-day period, and then you get stung. Your channel can get deleted. So that's very unlikely to happen, especially for like an unmonetized stream that has such low views. So I'm not really worried about it. I think I'll start the stream listening to actual tunes and then just turn it to this kind of royalty-free stuff. So if you went to gaming, it might work, but people know you for painting, so changing can work or not. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, the thing is, man, I want to do like multiple different stuff. Like I want to do stuff that is I want to do stuff that's like just what I'm interested in, and loads of my interests overlap a lot. Like I like historical stuff. I like Warhammer. I mean, in real life, I like things like fishing. I like walking and stuff, going out walking. One of my main interests is, the main parts of my life is mixed martial arts. I have a club that I run, and some young fighters that I train. We've currently got our first bout coming up next month, so that's a big part of my life and what I do. That is something that definitely doesn't really have much overlap, so if I tried to make it about all my interests, the channel just wouldn't work. But I think a lot of these kind of interests are more or less overlapping, so I'd like to make a channel where I can do a lot of these kind of different things and it kind of works, or just play a game that's got something to do with those things, whether it be something to do with war in some respect. That's kind of like, yeah, it's obviously the channel's called Relics of War, so anything that we do is something to do with war, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the things I'm interested in have something to do with some form of combat in some way, actually, when I think about it. I really like history. Well, what I mean by that is military history. That's what I really mean. Okay, you can always change it up a bit every week, but you see what people like the most. Yeah, this is the thing, man. I mean, it's not like I've got this like big established channel and base. I mean, I'm at 450 subscribers, dude. So, you know, we're very much still in the infancy. We just got to get the momentum back, because we were doing really, really well. Bit more short form content as well. That does get a lot of eyes. Don't really particularly like making it though. I have a lot of interesting interests. Thanks for that. Short thoughts I'll get new people in. Yeah, they do. They do. It's a lot of slop content now. I have made some of them. Some of my favourite content actually that I have made is in the short form, to be honest. Made a really cool one which was like about nostalgia and 40k and what the game used to be like and stuff. Thought that was probably like my favourite video that I've made. Well, actually no, some of my favourite stuff I've made is some of the stuff that's got absolutely no fucking views at all, basically. Some of the bigger videos that actually take loads of effort. I mean, this takes a nominal amount of effort really. I'm just kind of sitting here doing what I do, but just talking and making sure the stream's going on okay. That's pretty much it. But some of the videos that I've spent a lot more time and effort on, like the fully soundscaped written like a short story. I uploaded a short story. It's called Guardsman Memoirs, which is from the perspective of a guardsman, and it's all audio scaped and voice acted and stuff. And it took me the best part of a day to put it all together, and it's got absolutely no views really at all. It's just quite disconcerting. It's just a slight genre change, but it's not really, because it's still within this sphere and this world, and I thought it might do quite well, but it's done terribly. It's quite disconcerting. It makes you not really want to bother doing it again, because obviously time is so precious. I do have another YouTube channel, but I don't really upload to it, which is for MMA. I used to like commentate on things and host like a little podcast talking about MMA and uploading training clips and stuff like that. But it's a lot. It's not as good as this. I much prefer making this kind of content. Will eventually be a memory of a time when Okay, so that's all the green done. So they're ready for the first wash, really. Such a quick scheme to come together, to be honest. So yeah, YouTube can be hard to figure out what people will watch and not. Yeah, it is. It's definitely comes with its challenges. But look, guys, it is 9:30 now. I'm gonna knock this one on the head. I've got a fair amount done there. Yeah, so I'll be back. What's it, Sunday today? I'll definitely be back by next weekend to do another stream. Maybe we'll pick up something on a weekday evening this week. Something like this. Working on a bit more bot action stuff. So yeah, take it easy. I'll see you next time, and if you haven't already, please do remember to drop a little like on the video. It just massively helps to boost it in the old algo, of which we are all slaves to. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Have a nice evening, and we will see you next time. And this time it won't be so long until. So take it easy. Have a good night. See you.